Yes, sir. Back
Wow.
in this thing, man. It's been a while, y'all.
It's
Oh my God.
been a
Are we
minute.
back? Are we back in full effect?
We back, bruh.
Man. Okay, we back for bars and buckets, man. Give y'all a disclaimer. Don't be talking about my Wi-Fi this season. All right. If it go out, God damn it, you know I'm coming right back. All right. Man, it's so good to be back, man. What's the word, bros?
Man, ain't nothing, brother, man. Living, trying to live the dream a day at a time, man. You know what I'm saying? Staying copacetic out here in these streets. As the great philosopher Corn would say, trying to stay sucker free in a land full of
Lollipops.
But yeah, man, all is well, brother. Good to be back with my bros, man.
Corn, what's up, man? What you been on?
Work,
Yeah,
work,
And
kids,
more work.
school, work, kids, and work.
that part. That's all it is, man. Nowadays, there's been a lot going on in the land, but I'm glad to be back with you guys, man. Ooh, okay, let's get back to it. A lot of sports going on. NFL playoffs. NFL draft is tomorrow. Playoffs is going on right now. We got a lot of beef going on with Drake and Kendrick and Chris Brown and Quavo and all that stuff, man. Bars and Buckets is back. Where else you gonna go, man? Shout out to everybody that's been rocking with us the whole off season.
For sure, for sure.
The chat has been live. Of course. Even doing some times where there's been a little stagnation going on with sports, but we here. The Bulls ain't been doing nothing. We'll talk about that at some point. But before we get started, man, before we give our intellect with the NBA and NFL and rap, once again, it's so good to be back, man. Go follow us. If you don't follow us already, man, subscribe. Bars and Buckets on Facebook, IG, YouTube, man. It's so good to have a platform where there's just nothing but real sports talk, real hip hop talk, man, with some philosophers. I'm honored to be here with these guys, man. So we start off every single show with free throws, man. Not just regular free throws that you throw in, basketball. But we talking about shots or something. Shots. Bros, what y'all got over there, man? What we free throwing?
Man, tonight your brother got some purified water.
Really?
That's what I'm gonna be taking a shot of.
Really?
Gotta keep it clean for right now. So I'm on a little bit of a cleanse, man, until my birthday.
Okay.
So I'm clearing it out because it's getting ready to get real toxic inside. So gotta flush my system out. So that's why I'm on water right now.
Okay. Water. Corn, what you got?
This week I'll be on the same thing, water.
Really?
I ain't had time to stop. Grab nothing, man. Just know I'll be on bullshit next week. Man, like I say, work, school, kids, life, all that, man. It ain't, shit. I got my own, too much going on right now.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm gonna feel like the drunk of the show. God damn it. I'm drinking some. I'm taking a shot of some. Y'all mess with Terramana, the Rock, the tequila Terramana.
Yeah.
So I had to give Jamie a break, man. We've been through a toxic relationship over the last few months.
That's it.
Yeah, but it's all good. Me and Jamie will be back together, just like every toxic relationship that I've ever been in. I'm always getting back with my partner. So let's get these shots in the air, man. Let me get straight here.
Those of y'all joining us at home, though, y'all need to make sure y'all got something real in your cup. Don't be
Yeah.
coming on here playing around. Y'all gonna rock with us.
Next week, I'm actually gonna make up for my missed shot.
That's
There we go.
and he good for it too. Just in case, you know, we got newcomers joining us. He good for making up for us, so we good.
Okay, yeah. Let me get my drunk ass ready for these shots here. Okay. All right, fellas. Let's toast to another good season of bars and buckets. God damn it.
Yes, sir.
Free throws in the air. Let's do it.
Yeah, you feel that in your soul, don't you?
Whew. Let me tell you something. Tequila is the fastest way to get smacked. Like, it just takes one. It don't even take a lot. Like,
Hey.
man.
Yeah, that's kind of why I abandoned Jamie.
Right.
Tequila puts you right where you want to be real fast.
Man.
As soon as you get on the E-way, it take you straight to the left lane.
Man.
Yeah. You don't even look to get over. You just
Green line, though. I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Let's get started, man. Since we're a little bit behind on the start of the playoffs, let's start there. I will say though, man, this NBA season, I know we took an off season towards the end. I've been catching up a little late on some of the games and some of the seasons and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember last season when the season started, when we started the show last season, I said there was a few teams that I would be I'm look out for. And shout out to OKC, man. OKC surprised the hell out of me. And I mean, they got the number 1 seed. I don't know how far they're gonna go, but just teams like them, Minnesota, you know, another squad that's balling.
They doing that.
There's a lot of teams out here that's balling, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But it's playoff time. Some teams have already got started. You know, I'm curious to know y'all predictions for the first round. Who you got? I mean, so I think some teams played twice already or 3 times or whatever, but who y'all got for the first round? There go the bracket. Who you got?
Yeah, I got
and I'm writing them down too, so we can keep track.
Of course, man. You wouldn't be you unless you're trying to, keep track of it. So I got OKC over the Pels.
Okay.
They got a real tight, I think this one can kind of float either way, depending on OKC is young, man. But they played some really good ball, but they're still a young team. New to the playoffs and kind of the atmosphere, but I think they'll have enough based on, CJ McCollum is not really consistent right now. Zion is hurt. They said he could potentially come back, but I predict by the time he come back, it'll be a different, almost pretty much done and over with. So I'm gonna go Thunder in that matchup. Clippers and the Mavs, that's gonna be a pretty good series. I think Kawhi came back last night, and to be honest with you, he messed up the whole rhythm that they have right now, or that they were gaining.
I think so too.
I think they were playing pretty well without him, and it's kind of tough to say based on the caliber player he is, but they're gonna have to get readjusted to him being back in that lineup. I think that they have the better stars, but I think the Mavericks have the better role players, if that makes sense. If Luka kind of buckles down like he did and gets more focused on the defensive end, that'll make the series a little more interesting too. This one is a tough one, man. It's a toss up for me for this one. But if I'm going today, I'm probably gonna take the Mavs in that one. Timberwolves and the Suns. Now this one is kind of surprising, but not really. The Suns have struggled all year defensively, just because of their makeup. And I knew it was going to be an issue at some point. But also their, three pretty much superstar, all-star players have not played together consistently either throughout the course of the year. But I just think Minnesota has their number. Unless, the three of them just have some straight out phenomenal games, like all of them scoring 35 apiece or something like that. Like they gotta really, really show up in order to beat the Timberwolves. The T-Wolves right now are playing really good ball. Number one defensively in the NBA, I think. So they're kind of, and Anthony Edwards is a dog. He's an absolute dog, man. So I think the Timberwolves pulled that one out. And then of course I got the Nuggets. I'm not going to even go into detail about why. I think the Nuggets are the better team, period. I don't really care who the Lakers have. They always construct these teams, thinking that if I construct, it'll be, successful. But the Nuggets have been pretty much together for years now. They know each other. They have a good rhythm with each other. Lakers just lost a 20-point lead the other night. You know what I'm saying? And you can't do that. So I just think the Nuggets are the better team. I think they just have it right now. So definitely going Nuggets. I don't think it'll be a sweep. I know a lot of people are saying it'll be a sweep. I think they'll figure out a way to win at least one, probably at home in terms of the Lakers. But I would probably venture to say it could be a gentleman's sweep, though.
Are we not going to disrespect this man this season and call him
his name is Dude. His name is fucking Dude.
Are we not going to disrespect the brother,
His name
man?
is Buddy. All right, Buddy, Dude, Charlie. I'm not calling that nigga nothing else.
The man, okay, but the man is our age and he out there balling. Can we at least give him a little respect but not call a man Dude a buddy?
Is he balling, losing a 20-point lead? Do goats do that?
Okay.
Goats do that?
Let's be clear. Let's call a spade, right? That was a terrible decision. A terrible decision the other night. That was like, you don't take that shot in that place of a game. And I know a lot of times, we talk about him not taking the shot right in the moment, but you still had way too much time on the clock. It just wasn't a good feel. Like that was a place where you don't take that shot because you left too much time. And then of course, the Nuggets go back down and take care of business. So, but that's my prediction from the West. So let's just stay West right now. Let me hear what y'all got, and then we'll switch over to the East.
Quan, what's your West?
My West, definitely under up in that series. The Pelicans just ain't ready. Zion not ready. The Pels might get a game, but I don't see it really happening. Clippers and Mavs. I'm gonna go with the Mavs pulling this out. I'm gonna go with the Mavs pulling. I see Kyrie Irving working some magic. Him and Luka, they gonna figure something out. I think the Clippers are going to lean on Kawhi Leonard too much, even though he ain't been out there in a while. And that's definitely gonna mess up the chemistry. Paul George and Russ should be doing their thing. Let's see. Timberwolves and Suns. Man, the way it's looking right now, man, it look like the big three in Phoenix don't know what they're doing. They let that young boy Ant-Man put, as the shorties will say, belt to ass, shorty. Belt, shorty. He going to work. I like what they're doing, but I'm also disappointed in Kevin Durant, man. Like, this should be the time, as you being the older player, the champion, this would be the time you really like directing this team and, like really coaching after the coaching, pointing stuff out like, hey, no, move here, come here, come, like really leading this team, and his ass just out there. I mean, he getting his buckets. Don't get me wrong. That's my guy, but his ass he looked like he need a leader. Then the Nuggets versus Dude.
Wow.
I mean, because AD, he's just there. D'Lo, they looking bad, man. Looking bad. But Nuggets, I mean, the Joker just doing his thing, man. Jamal Murray, the way he laid their ass down the other day was like, man. That game winner was like ridiculous. Even AD was all laid out, looking dumb. I don't know. They're gonna have to figure it out, man. Because I mean, I think the GM should start picking the teams instead of LeBron. They don't have a well-rounded team, man. Like, I don't know. And LeBron out there hooping, man. He out there doing his thing, but he needs some help. And they need to, I don't know, they may need to stop shooting so many jumpers or something. I don't know what it is, but hey, what Dame saying paid in full, you need to get him some help. Your man look bad.
That's for sure. That's for sure.
All right. Well, I think I'm in agreement with you guys on the west side of the game. Like I said, I like the Thunder, man. I'm not saying the Thunder gonna make it to the Western Conference Finals, but to make the leap that they made, and shout out to SGA, he damn near probably take the MVP. You know, they got some young, talented, hungry hoopers over there, and that's what I like to see, man, for the NBA playoffs, man. Young teams, which is even more mad. I'm more mad about the Bulls for not. We'll talk about that later. But you know, young, hungry teams that's out there trying to put their foot in the league as far as their name, you know. So that's why I got the Thunder going. Same with the next series. Well, I would say as much as I like Luka and Kyrie, I mean, this is do or die for the Clippers for as far as the playoffs. If this group they done brought in every star, it's like it reminds me of the old school Lakers when they brought all the old school Avengers together just to get something done. And you know, I'm a fan of Russ, I'm a fan of Harden, I'm a fan of Kawhi, I'm a fan of PG, I'm a fan of all of them. Ty Lue, shout out to Ty Lue. If they do not win, at least make it to, I would say, the conference finals. Definitely they gotta make it out the first round. If they'll make it out the first round, I can see them trying to and PG is, I think he's a free agent anyway after this, but I can see them trying to break that up. So they need to try to get this series. Same with the next series with the you know what? I like the Timberwolves. I trust Phoenix more when it comes to experience and do or die games. Game 3 gonna tell it all. If Phoenix don't win game 3 and they go down 3-0, I mean 0-3, then yeah, obviously it's a wrap. But this next game is gonna tell me a lot about how they feel about this series. And then the Lakers and the Nuggets. I'm gonna take the Nuggets, but I want to give LeBron his flowers for, you know, still letting people know he's still relevant, even though I know his team ain't gonna make it far. But shout out to LeBron. We ain't gonna call him dude on here. We gonna give him some love. We gonna give Mitch Trubisky some love. You know, we gonna do all that. All right. So yeah.
Moving on from Buddy.
Stop sharing for a quick second, man. A shout out. We got a few comments coming in. Shout out to Cuzzo for checking in with us tonight. Blake, it's good to see you, bro. Welcome back.
Yo,
my boy Andre checking in with us as well. Appreciate you.
What up? What up?
Narrative's been the same every year. Finals or conference finals in September, October. Then LeBron needs help by March, April. You know what? So I know we said we was gonna move on from Buddy, but I want to talk about this. because I find this really, really intriguing. I was on Facebook today or either yesterday, and I saw a post about LeBron needing help, right? Like needing help. My question is, and this really ain't for y'all to answer because I'm pretty sure y'all feel me and know where I'm coming from, but especially our followers that's joining us, is how much help do you need? Right? Like AD, the most games that he's played in his career this year. Right? The healthiest he's been.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
D'Angelo Russell, hot or cold, depending on where his mind is and where the flow is, right?
Mhm.
But they put a lot of stock in other guys, right? Like Austin Reeves, bringing back Jared Vanderbilt, bringing up over Christian Wood. I mean, so you design these rosters. You know, you pick up Spencer Dinwiddie, who's done absolutely nothing in the playoffs, by the way. You know, you get all these guys to come over to be a part of it, but then you say it's not enough, or the narrative of, and I'm not gonna say all of Bron's fans, but the narrative is he doesn't have help. Why? Why is that the narrative? Because he's 39? That he doesn't have help? Right?
20.
Because, you know, I don't know. Like, I don't get it from a basketball perspective. Because for me, if we talking about a top tier caliber player, like when he's healthy, AD is clearly top 5 at his position. Right or wrong?
Oh, for sure.
Shit, but when the nigga healthy, fuck.
I mean, look, this year for sure, right?
That nigga healthy as shit in the summer.
Yeah, right. But this year for sure, he's been the healthiest that he's probably been since he's been in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But he's a top 5 caliber. He's a player, right? He's a top 5 caliber player. You know what I mean? But you have enough pieces, right? You got enough pieces to get it done, to make it work.
Okay, I give you that.
All right, let me pull this back up. All right, so we're moving on to the East, right? So you know my boys, man. I love I love the Celtics, man. I like, I'm a big Tatum and Brown fan. And I especially like Drew Holiday. Porzingis doing his thing a little bit. Derek White is definitely a unappreciated player, but fits the mold. The only thing, they're going to win this series. Like, I'm not questioning this part. So I think that they will win against the Heat. They'll take the series. My only thing with the Celtics, and it's been this way for a while, is that I feel like they believe they have the ability to turn it on and off sometimes. Like, I look at them play and they're playing extremely well, and then they get too comfortable. So my nervousness comes from the fact that they get comfortable in the wrong places and let teams get, momentum and confidence, and you go run into the wrong team and it's going to be a different outcome. Right. So, but I do like them for this round. I do think they're going to come out on top of that. Cleveland, the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Magic is a pretty good series too. Games are much tighter than what the series lead says. But I do think Cleveland goes ahead and takes that. I think the Magic are, again, a young team, finding their way. Shout out to Jamal Mosley for, getting those young dudes to play some ball. They are also playing pretty well defensively. But I just think the NBA, the playoff atmosphere is just going to be too much. So I don't think they're going to be able to pull that, whereas the Cavs have had access to it already. So I have the Cavs pulling that one out. Bucks and the Pacers. You all know that I'm not a Doc Rivers fan. I am also Giannis being hurt is going to play a big role. Dame and of course the rest of the guys are gonna have to step up. Middleton is not back to himself. He's not playing as well right now. So I'm going to, at this moment, I feel like the Pacers have enough to take that.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm going Pacers in that series.
Okay.
And then the Knicks 76ers. This is another one that's kind of been high stakes and highly talked about, especially game 2 with the referees and the mistakes they made in that game. I think the Sixers have a really good team. I think they are playing below where they really could potentially be. I think Maxey just won the most improved player today or yesterday.
Yeah.
So shout out to him as well because he's definitely a hooper. But I think I'm going to go with the Knicks in that series. I'm gonna go with the Knicks taking that.
Interesting. Corn, what you got?
Eastern Conference, Celtics versus Heat. I'm going with the Celtics, man. Something has to change in Miami. They have the pieces. There's something else missing. I don't know. Maybe they need a real point guard, or I don't know, like a floor general, but something missing. They may need to make some different moves on the bench. They have the culture, the team culture, but something missing. And Jimmy Butler's not a star player. Like he's a Robin. No disrespect to him, but he needs somebody else there with him. Let's see. The Cavs and the Magic. Like I said, the game's been good. Like the Magic are really hooping. They showing that they have the talent. They just need more time. So they can use this year's experience, and they may be a scary team next year. Like they may be like I won't say like first seed, but they'll be like the OKC of the Eastern Conference. Like not predicting a number 1 seed, but just a sleeper team that's gonna come in and will have learned from their mistakes and had growth. Bucks and Pacers. I would have said the Bucks until they grabbed Doc Rivers. I know he's from the Chi, I know he's from the crib, all of that. But Doc Rivers just ain't that guy as a coach. Not feeling him. The whole culture, I mean, they've been getting bust since he got there. He's been getting bust since he got there, and it's crazy. Let's see. Knicks and the 76ers. First, before I start, I just want to say I'm going to yell free Embiid until it's backwards. I feel so bad for him, man. Like, God, man, like, it's like, what else can this man do? I mean, Tyrese Maxey out there hooping, lights out. Buddy Hield over there, like they have something special. The real issue is Tobias fucking Harris. Tobias Harris is out there. I mean, like he get his 10, 12 points, but it's like 80 million, bro, for that.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like you should at least have a dub, bro. Like, and I've watched Tobias Harris play for a few years, and I promise you, up until maybe a month ago is the first time I ever seen him score a basket. Like I've never seen dude score a basket like me. I've never seen the ball go through the rim. Like in the past, I may have looked away and that nigga scored. Like I've never seen it with my own 2 eyes. I've never seen him score. So I was like, he needs to do something. He needs to do more. He's out there robbing Philly with no mask, no gloves, and no pistol. Because the jumper off, he just out there. But my prediction for that is the Knicks. I don't know what they're gonna do moving forward because Tom Thibodeau moving forward lately has not been successful. Maybe this team, since he got them the Villanova Big Three.
Right.
He got the Villanova Big Three out there. Maybe something to change, man. But yeah, I don't see. Even though their game's been good, man. Like Philly and they've been balling. Like I know Tyrese Maxey thought the other night the game was over when he hit that three from the park. I know he know it was over, man. And they came back down, man. They got that bucket, man. But it's been entertaining. So that series, and the Clippers and Mavs and the Lakers and Nuggets series, those series been good, man. It's been entertaining basketball because this shit been hard to watch all season.
Yeah, it's been a tough season.
Hard to watch. Oh.
Yeah. Been a tough season for sure. Same, man. I'm gonna definitely go Boston in the first round over the Heat. I like that Cleveland and Orlando series, but I agree with Corn about Orlando. Orlando was just more experience away from being when they need to be. Shout out to Pablo. But I like Cleveland in that series. I don't like how the Bucks did my homie Adrian Griffin. So ever since then, it's like I had a sour feeling. You know what I'm saying? Just because of that reason. And I'm a big Dame fan, and I like Giannis too. I like the Pacers. I like Siakam. I like their squad. I like their identity. If I had to choose, I would lean towards I would just go with Dame just because, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Pacers win that series at all. And then of course New York, it just feels like it's their time to go far in the playoffs. Not saying they're gonna make it to the conference finals, which they might just well do that. One of my coworkers said he see the Knicks and the Knicks in Boston for the Eastern Conference Finals. So I could see that being a possibility. Yeah, I got the Knicks over Philly in that series. So first round, you get your feels out, but I think it's gonna be some competitive games. But then the second round is gonna be some more intense games.
Yeah, sound pretty logical, right? It's kind of how it should be. I mean, the competition, per round should increase. Should be tougher games. Should be sorry, bro. We had to, Philly is just where they are right now, man. It's we ain't talk crazy about them though. We just said they ain't gonna win the series. That's pretty much it. Blake said they want to give him all the credit for being the GM when he builds a roster, but none of the blame when the roster stinks up the place. So kind of goes to what I was saying too, with that. But to Corn's point though, man, it has been to Corn's point, it has been just difficult to watch, man. Sometimes I can't put my finger on it, but it's just hard to watch the NBA right now. The most exciting basketball this year, bar none, was the March Madness for the women. It was just crazy nuts. Like every game was that good. Then the men's bracket too, with the exception of UConn. I mean, UConn was just running through everybody. They was killing everybody they played. But they were just that much more superior though. I think it was only one team that kept it close. Only one team that kept it somewhat competitive, and then they went on a 20-0 run, and it was all over with. So they were just a better team. But college has for sure taken over. In terms of being able to watch it, over professional. That's just me. maybe it's the technicality, maybe it's the the fundamentals of it all, and them still paying attention to the integral parts of the game that I don't think the professional side does anymore. But it just seems like the game is more pure at that level. So it's more, I can digest it better.
College has been more entertaining for me a number of years now. Like, NBA has definitely become a bad product, and especially in the last 5-6 years, been a bad product. The last 2 years for sure have been like, man, bro, I'd rather go watch Biddy Ball. Like, this is ridiculous.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure. That's for sure. It's just not. I don't know, man. It's just not the product, man. It's just not good.
And shout out
people
to this hooping, man. Shout out Clark and Reese and Cordoza.
Yeah.
And shout out, what's the name? Was it Rakaya Jackson?
Yep, Rakaya Jackson.
Yeah. Shout out, they balling, doing their thing, man. Shout out to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, maybe we might get some good WNBA games.
I'm going.
Oh, definitely going to the game. That's for sure.
I'm going. Definitely check them games out. Especially now they talking about moving some of the Fever and Sky games to the United Center. Oh yeah, got to be there.
Yeah. All right. Well, tomorrow, man, might as well switch gears and talk about it.
Yes, sir.
NFL draft time. The hype is over. Chicago Bears, the Bears, got the number 1 pick. They traded my boy. I don't know, man. Y'all just tell me what y'all think. I still feel a way about Justin. I miss J1 here, man. So
they sent him to football hell where they sent the other.
And that's what scares me. You know what? That scares me. That's a Pro Bowl quarterback, Mitch Trubisky. He went to Pittsburgh to die, and I'm afraid they're gonna do the same to my boy Justin Fields, man. I just don't like it. I don't like it.
That's what they sent Russell Wilson past. Oh shit! I'm sorry. I forgot to call him. I'm being disrespectful, calling man out his name. Let me call him Sierra's husband.
That's terrible. Terrible.
Oh God, it's been a while, Russ. Gotta get back to calling you who you are.
Yeah, Sierra's husband. I'm sorry. Not his name. Russell Wilson. Fuck is that?
Wow.
Right. Exactly. To answer your point, bro, your question. I never really put the complete blame on Justin, right? He wasn't the sole issue of what occurred and how we couldn't be productive. I do think that he got in his own head a lot, which caused him not to just play more freely. I know from a coaching perspective, they tried to rearrange things and keep him in the pocket, which was stupid. You have to, certain caliber players, you have to let them be who they are until they develop certain things. He was never one who could really, read and progress the field like that. So he had to have 1 or 2 options. And if it ain't there, I'm using my athleticism. I'm going to take off. Right. But you develop that stuff. You can grow that. But the system just didn't fit who he was as a player. Not until like probably mid-season, going towards the end, when they started to implement more jet sweeps and counters and intentional QB runs and quick bubble screen, stuff like that, man. But when you have a quarterback who's not really known to have progressions, like your play calling needs to be has to have more movement in it. You shift, put motions in place so you can see how the defense is. It helps the quarterback able to read defense a little better. So I don't put the blame all on him. I mean, there were things that he could have done better because I felt like he held the ball a long time sometimes. So there were things he certainly could have done better, but our success is not, or our lack of success is not all Justin's fault, man.
Yeah.
But you got to find a scapegoat. And most of the time, the scapegoat of a team is the quarterback because regardless, you're supposed to be able to figure it out.
Okay. Well, we here now. So are we on this Caleb train, this hype train? Is he gonna do it for us or what? He better, goddamn it. I tell you that. He better.
I am probably an anomaly on this, but I am not on the Caleb train.
Really?
Yeah, I think that he has some really good intangibles, right? I think he can make all the throws. I think he can absolutely Blake coach's sabotage. Absolutely. I think he can make all the throws. I think he's, a really good player. But my concern when you talk about a franchise quarterback, you talk about a number one pick, my biggest concern with Caleb Williams is in between the ears. I think that I don't think he has the mental capacity to deal with what he's going to have to deal with. In terms of, being able to deal with stuff when things don't go right or things go wrong. Like I've seen him in college where stuff didn't go exactly how it should have went, and it totally messed up how he approached the game. It totally screwed with him. So you got to be, in this position to play quarterback, and especially to be a number one pick. Like nobody should be able to question this part of you. Like that has to be your mental toughness and your ability to sustain and be able to deal with stuff. Nobody should have to question that. And for me, that's what I question more than anything. It's his emotional development, his mental capacity. I don't question his physical intangibles, but I'm just not a fan of when things go wrong, is he going to be able to lead the troop and keep them afloat, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
My opinion on Caleb Williams, I think he definitely has the skill. I just feel like whatever the Chicago Bears touch, they literally turn gold to shit every time. He's going to be Justin Fields Jr. They're going to do the same thing to him, and they're going to kill that boy confidence, and then he'll end up in Pittsburgh 3 years from now. Yeah, it's the coaching that's going to like mess him up. Not him. And I don't know. If I was the Bears, I would have probably taken like a Michael Penix, someone that's a little more seasoned, somebody that's a little older, that has seen a lot, been through a lot, also knows how to win. I don't think that he may have a little more mental toughness. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to have Chicago fans because he gonna be at Wiener Circle getting one of them dudes gonna be like, "You fucking bum, you
bum."
He gonna be trying to go get a gyro somewhere. And they be like, "Boy, your ass goofy as hell. Made me lose my motherfucking money on FanDuel. Dirty ass."
Right. you already know.
Oh, we should get on your ass, boy. Like, I already it's yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, it's coming.
It's coming.
You might not be ready for that. With his nails painted.
Yeah, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like he's gonna be our future quarterback. And it just hurt. Like I say, we went out and got DeAndre Swift, traded for Keenan Allen. Like, why can't we do this with Fields, man? Why couldn't we just surround this brother with more weapons? Even though Fields did some questionable decision making, he probably held on to the ball a little too long, whatever. And I get that, but when Fields had the ball, he was electric, man. You never knew what to. Defenses couldn't stop this man, man. He almost broke Lamar Jackson's record for the rushing, but it's like I get that the financial part of it, they didn't want to pay him next year and want to be strapped down to him. But I just wish we could have just put all these weapons around JF one more year and just see what we had. That's all.
And this comment would be hilarious if this was like Matt Forte from the
Even though it ain't Matt Forte. Shout out to my boy, man. That's one of my former students, man. My former AAU ball players, man, checking in with us tonight, man. Shout out to him. But yeah, it ain't the real Matt. If it was the real Matt, boy, we finna go to a whole nother level, right? No, absolutely right. The Bears front office is trash and always be trash. I want to give grace a little bit to Ryan Poles, right? Like I think that some of the moves that he's made have been different than moves made in the past. I think that he's a little more in tune with what we need. And part of it is me trying to give the black guy, black brother a chance. Like, brothers don't really get these type of positions. And certainly when they get them, they don't last too long. Right. So I think that I wouldn't give him I think that he's doing pretty well so far in his role, trying to come in and get this team to where it needs to be. The one thing that we all can probably agree to your point, Reg, is, you do all this building now when you get rid of Fields, right? So that's that's kind of the one that's like, you could have let him see what this looks like now, right?
Mm-hmm.
With the weapons he has. But again, I get it. You got to manage that, plus you got to manage fan reactions, plus you got to manage ownership and what their expectations are. So you try to balance all those things out. Blake, we with you on this, bro. Like, I just don't. Nothing in me says he's it. I'm a huge Jaden Daniels fan. Like that's who I like. I like Penix too. I think Penix has come a long way. I mean, when he first was in Indiana to now, like it's a complete difference. He was always able to spin the ball though. Like his throws were always beautiful. But he's become so much more of a being able to read a defense and dissect it. So he's probably I would personally say he's the purest passer of the QBs, Michael Penix. I think he's the purest of them. I think that Jaden Daniels is probably hands down the most electric of the group. The only concern that I have with Jaden is because he's such a competitor, he doesn't know when to let up a little bit. Like he's only 200 pounds, maybe 200 plus.
Knock him on his ass, yeah.
And he want to run through and truck people, right? Like he want to run over people when he's taking off in the field and stuff like that. And you're not going to be able to do that at this level without having some meat to you. You know what I'm saying? But even as a quarterback at this level, you just got to be smarter. Like unless we just, it's fourth quarter, we need the yards, and then you put your head down and you make a play. But in the general sense of things, we don't need you doing. So that's my only real drawback with JD is that piece. But if I was picking, I would probably lean towards him if I was going number one.
So do y'all think it's any chance that the Bears go in a different direction tomorrow with the number one pick?
I doubt it.
I doubt it, bro. And that's the thing. Like, I hate that though, because I really think there should be a consideration that they go a different way. Even if you find somebody that wants Caleb more than you, right? So then you maybe drop down. You know what I mean? You maybe drop down a pick or two and because of that. But outside of that, man, I just don't see it, bro. And it's sad. And I'm even thinking about the number 9. Like, we got the 1st and we got the 9th pick, right? So we go quarterback at 1. I know for the 9th pick, I've heard we want to get another receiver, and I heard Odunze's name come up.
Rome.
I heard Rome's name come up, and I'm a fan of Rome. I like Rome. I think he could be an exceptional player. But I ain't gonna lie to y'all, and this gonna sound real crazy because y'all know I'm an avid Bama fan. That's who I rock with. I was born in Alabama. That's just in me. I'm an avid Roll Tide. If Brock Bowers falls to 9, that's who I want.
Over Rome?
Yes.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna tell you why. So we got DJ already, right? We got Keenan Allen. Okay, we got 2 solidified guys on the outside that could hold their own. Our tight end room is, outside of Cole Kmet, is kind of suspect a little bit. But I think Brock Bowers is just a special type of player because you don't have to contain him to one thing. You can move him around the field and he could be successful in multiple areas. You could put him in a slot. You can line him up on the line as a tight end. Hell, you can put him in the backfield if you want to in a split set. I mean, there are all different ways, but he's just a very unique. And I've watched him. I didn't watch him in high school, but when he got to Georgia, like, I've watched him as he plays, and he just has an it factor about him that you can put him in multiple places. And I think that he would benefit the team that way.
So you would take, let's say at 9 you got Rome available, Brock available, and your Alabama guy Dallas Turner available. You still taking Brock?
Still taking Brock. Yeah, still taking Brock. See, Dallas is a pretty good player, but he's not Will Anderson. Dallas was supposed to be the next coming of Will. When Will left, Dallas was supposed to come in and be that guy. And he did. He played well, but he wasn't, for me, he didn't have that Will, that mentality that Will, the dog that Will had. He made some great plays. I can't take that away from him. He was a beneficial part, an important part of our defense this year. But I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, I just, defensively, I think that we picked up a few people in free agency that we can kind of work around. But I would, because of the way the league is shifting, I would want to get as many weapons and people that can play in multiple positions as possible on the offensive side to put some points on the board.
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad at Brock if he came. I wouldn't be mad at that.
We'll see tomorrow night, right?
Tomorrow night,
man.
So they got So Washington is at 2. New England is at 3.
Well, we all know New England ain't gonna never be nothing, so we ain't even got to talk about New England. They ain't never gonna...
Watch your mouth.
Slow down.
Yeah.
Cardinals at 4. This is an interesting piece here. The Cardinals at 4. Because I'm not sure what they're going to do with that. I've heard quarterback, but
they probably trade out of that pick.
They're going to have to trade out of it probably.
Yeah.
New England, bro, you think New England going quarterback at 3?
Definitely. They definitely back it to there. They definitely grabbing a quarterback. They need somebody. They need it.
Okay.
What up, cuzzo?
I'm just gonna say the shit. Okay. Can we acknowledge how y'all jumped down my throat about Vanilla Vic, again, Mac Jones, these 2 white boys that's supposed to be so spectacular.
Yeah,
right?
What about them? What
and
about
now
Vanilla
both of
Vic?
their teams is looking for quarterbacks. Like, are we going to ignore that or what? Okay.
Danny Dimes, all right. You leave Danny Dimes out of this. All right. He's somewhere chilling right now, unlike Trubumsky,
First of
who
all,
just
Mitch
became the
Trubisky.
third quarterback on the team he was on first.
All right, now, whatever.
He's still vying for a starting position.
But he got a job where he's wanted.
Barely.
You say he wanted?
That nigga's in the temp agency.
I think he wanted. He went back to Buffalo, didn't he?
Who?
Did Mitch go back to Buffalo?
Let's Google. Let's see if Google can find him.
That's fine.
Find Mitch, Google. Find Mitch.
Alexa, find Mitch Trubisky. Yes, he's for the Buffalo Bills.
Thank you.
Yeah, but he will not. When he go? I mean, shit. Josh Allen gotta something gotta happen to him and like 8 other people before he touched the field. I would put the nigga that served popcorn on the field before Trubisky. Like, hot dog guy. Take off helmet on.
Damn.
Get your beer here.
Right.
Get your beer.
Doesn't stop the fact that the Patriots are still looking for a quarterback, even though Mac Jones was highlighted a lot last season.
He was highlighted a lot, and guess what? I'm gonna give him the same treatment.
Yeah.
That I give Fields.
Yep.
And you know what that treatment is? He didn't have a system that fit him. The coaches screwed him over.
We'll see what Mac Jones do down in Jacksonville.
You know who the offensive coordinator was?
For
New England last year?
Mm.
You know what his specialty really was?
Who the hell was that?
Special teams coordinator was the offensive coordinator for the New England Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah, he was set. Mac didn't have what he needed. I mean, he didn't do well. He
ain't do well.
He falls in the line with Trubisky. But Trubisky really just fell to third string quarterback. Mac got a chance to go out there and at least be second string and get a little burn here and there. Trubisky will never touch the field. That ain't gonna have on a motherfucking he gonna have the jacket on and his helmet gonna be hanging on the bench. Matter of fact, he's not even gonna bring that motherfucker out of the locker room.
Damn.
Special teams was trash too.
Mm-hmm.
So Trubisky might as well go play Canadian football or something, man.
All right, well, we all know
football
that facts is facts, and Mitch Trubisky made the Pro Bowl before Mac Jones. That's all I'm gonna say. He made the Pro Bowl before him, and men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie. That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna leave that alone.
Let's go leave it alone. Leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's go here real quick, man. Let's switch back over to NBA real quick, and let's talk about your boys real quick, man. Let's talk about the Bulls. Talk about the Bulls, man.
Free Kobe White.
So yet another year of playing and not getting the job done and trying to get to the playoffs.
Them niggas didn't even play in the play-in. Them niggas got their ass whooped.
Well, they got the first one against the Hawks, and then they got tossed up the next game.
The Hawks are like a whore. Everybody get that.
I mean, I guess this could be number one. Absolutely, this could be number one. Fire Billy Donovan.
Who you gonna get?
But that's my next question. So let's just hypothetically have this conversation. Let's just say, all of these things, which is going to be difficult to do because if I'm not mistaken, they just gave him a contract extension.
Yeah, like last year.
Yeah.
4 more years.
Yeah. So that's going to be interesting. But Blake said it don't matter. Just anybody but him. Who would we replace him with? Who's available that we can even consider to be next in line to try to right the ship?
We tried with Luke Walton.
You said Luke Walton?
Yeah, that's the only person I could think of that may have some. He has some success coaching. I mean, I think once he got the Sacramento job, I think they got him up out of there too soon. But their coach got them doing their thing.
Mm.
But I think Luke Walton may be cheaper. He may be cheaper. He may want to redeem his name in the NBA and might get him for the low couple million. But yeah, I think Adrian Griffin would be a good one too. I mean, he used to play for the Bulls, but the front office got to let the coaches. When the front office steps back, Bulls are doing well. Like when the front office let Tibbs just be Tibbs, we was cool. We was competitive.
Yep.
That shit like this is bad basketball. But yeah,
I agree.
Another shot.
I agree.
In the Central Division, he definitely deserves one.
So that would be crazy, right? Like that would be crazy to put him in a position, give him another shot as the Bulls coach. Then of course he has to go against the team who did him wrong 4 times a year, plus potential playoff matchup depending on how things goes, right? But that would be interesting. But outside of the coaches, now we fall into health, right? Prior to all of these injuries and stuff happening, we were actually playing some really good basketball. What was that, 2 years ago now? Where Lonzo and everybody was healthy at that point. Reg?
I'm sick of this unit, just period. I'm sick of seeing Vooch. I'm sick of ups and downs with DeRozan. The number one priority for the Bulls this offseason has to be to trade Zach LaVine. That's got to be the number one thing where we can we got the rolling into next season with this same squad of Vooch, LaVine, and DeRozan. I will literally go piss on Michael Jordan's statue outside the United Center.
Why? Wait. Why would you do that?
Because it's like
don't do it. Don't mess up and deface the GOAT stuff, okay? Do it somewhere else, but don't do that.
I think it's Michael's fault. Michael should have still, somewhere around, just stayed around United Center to give us some type of luck because, this same squad ain't gonna do it, man. Even AK said in his press conference, he said, this squad it's not enough. It hasn't been enough. So your number one priority is to try to trade Zach. Now Debo's a free agent. He's reportedly trying to get 40 to 45 million 3-4 years. I don't know if the Bulls is gonna get it. I don't know. I would say we need a better, hungrier, younger team to compete, especially in the East when everything's up for grabs. That Orlando's getting better, New York is getting better, the Pacers are getting better. All these young squads are getting better. We need some young dogs out there. So I like Kobe. I shout out to IO. Both of them signed contract extensions last year, so they came and showed up for and I really feel like we need to try to get some pieces for Zach. And we need to make a decision on Debo. Vooch, I don't know. He's under contract. I could say trade him, but what are the options at center if we do? Drummond's a free agent. I don't know. So it's like we need a new makeover. We need to do a different look for the squad.
Drummond is still rather young, though, right?
Drummond just turned 30 last year, so he ain't no But he's young.
Yeah, he still got some time left, right?
Yeah, he can't be nothing but 31.
Yeah. I guess you would be right, man. Like, there's a lot of things that need to be considered when it comes to the team. Um, I wonder what the market is though for that. I know DeRozan has come out and said he wants to be back as a Bull, but he wants the team to be competitive, right? He wants that opportunity and that that chance to compete in the playoffs and try to get the the ultimate prize.
Every nigga
Um,
said about to leave.
right, right. You know what I mean. So
Mhm.
that's kind of is what it is. But his price tag is definitely going to be heavy. Now, mind you, at the same time, we the league right now throws away money just to anybody. Anybody's getting 25 mil. I'm like, how are you getting 25 mil and you don't even see the floor except for the last 5 minutes
Mhm.
of a game, right? So we just throwing away money at this point. So I'm sure that they have it to give. Like that ain't even because we're still a big market city, right? So we're still a city that, regardless of our performance, we're still selling out arenas. You know what I'm saying? We're still selling out the United Center. So we're not missing revenue. Like that's a thing that we're not. Um, so I'll be interested to see what the market looks like if you were to try to ship a Levine and maybe a sign and trade for DeRozan to somewhere else, right? So a lot of different ways to look at it. I think Blake mentioned this too. I played it before. I'll put it back up. It is a combination of bad coaching and unfortunate injuries, right? Because again, I remember like when we had our team pretty much like rocking and rolling, like we were solidified at that point. Like at that point in the year, I think we were like 32 and something, right? Like we would double our losses in the wins column. Like we were playing really good ball, but again, that was because you had the makeup that you needed. Lonzo was being who he was, putting the pressure on the opposing point guard, you know, had him facilitating. So you have the pieces in place, right? So it is just been unfortunate, just been unfortunate. I still think that we still got the Derrick Rose curse. So all of our point guards that we get, they end up Pooh like, hey, you did wrong by me. You finna get this. So all of our point guards end up just, right. all of our point guards end up getting hurt. So so we got that curse to get rid of too, if we want to be honest. But yeah, we're gonna have to figure something out though. Like because this ain't it. This right here ain't it at all.
We're gonna see. We got a big off season coming up, man, with the NBA, and there's gonna be a lot of moving parts. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen, man. So,
yep,
yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you go.
Definitely agree.
We'll see what happens, man. Maybe we can bull some magic, and maybe we can somehow trade for, I don't know, Trae Young or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's even worse. Shit.
We'll see what the boys do. I think it's gonna be interesting though. Y'all got a scoring update for any games that's going on right now?
Yeah, let me pull it up right now. Oh, we got us a game here in Miami. I mean in Boston. So Miami is up 102-96 with 3 minutes left. In the Boston game. And then the Pelicans and the Thunder, they kick off in about 15 minutes. So we'll see what happens with this one.
Okay. It might be, I don't know. Miami, they might sneak out one in Boston.
Yeah. They need a, like I said, they need a little bit of a motivator. Like things start to become a little too easy. you start to lose focus a little bit. So that L might serve them better to refocus. Like, and granted, they're a talented team, but you can't be talented and not be able to keep your foot on the gas and take care of business. So yeah, they could win. They could pull this one out tonight and tie the series, man. Wouldn't be surprised.
We're gonna see, man. Gonna be some interesting games tonight. What else you got over there, bro? What else we got?
Man, so we're gonna close out the show with this one, man. This is a much stronger area for you all than it is for me. But we coming back this week, man, we came back to a lot of dissing and with K Dot and Drake. You got Chris Brown and Quavo. You got a lot going on in hip hop, man. What's y'all take for the followers, man, and with this K Dot and Drake thing going on?
You already know my take, man. People better put some respect on Champagne Drizzy's name, man. Y'all know how I feel about Drake. Y'all need to stop playing with that man, okay? Stop playing with that man. You see what that man just said to that man? Stop playing with that man, man.
Nobody's worried about BBL Drake.
Stop playing with that man, Joe. Okay, I'm trying to tell y'all. He done came at John Morant. He can't look, y'all. Stop playing with that man from the 6, boy. I'm trying to tell you, boy.
Yeah.
Who gets the dub in that one?
Man, look. All these dudes that be trying to shoot at Drake is like, okay, I'm just gonna say Kendrick. I love Kendrick. I think he's a great rapper, but you can't shoot at Drake and Cole, my two favorite rappers, and not expect to get hit back. Now Cole came at him different, and then he took out his track. He took his track away. People call him soft, whatever. You will never hear no J. Cole slander from me. I love J. Cole. So that's that. But Drake, on that push-ups, he got him. So in my book, Drake is up 1. It's 1-0 to me.
All right. So first, I want to start with J. Cole. Oh man, he hurt my feelings, man. Popping shit and apologizing. For me, that kind of did something to like where I had him in hip hop. Like, you apologize, nigga. What? Who says I'm sorry? What?
Don't do that, man.
Fuck says I'm sorry. Like, you can't talk shit and be like, you know what? I was just playing. I think he let Nas down again. I think he let Nas down again. And for people that didn't listen to J. Cole, that was one of his songs.
Yeah.
And they let Nas down. But when it comes to this Drake K Dot thing, it's just heating up. Don't worry. K Dot got something for his ass.
Okay.
He's gonna cook.
We waiting. We've been waiting.
Don't worry, he gonna cook. He gonna cook. And it might even have a Pusha T feature to it. It might have a Pusha T feature to it. And let Push cook his ass. Yeah, that's Drake's kryptonite, Pusha T. With Quavo and Chris Brown. Hey, Chris cooked his ass.
Chris did cook.
He cooked him, man. Then the Quavo response. It was good to hear a feature or just take off. It was good to just hear him again, but yeah, he should come back better. Come back better. Yeah, like he should. He should. Yeah, come back, do something, hit the drum. Like
yeah,
do something. I thought it was pretty whack that Kanye West said that they like all got together to like take Drake out, like that was kind of whack. Like I hope more men didn't have that fucking conversation. Like I pray they did, because that's gonna make me look at Kanye, Future, all of them just different. Like, hold on,
right.
Y'all niggas had a meeting. Like, whose house was this at? Like, you guys, wait. That sounds like a meeting where they had cucumber sandwiches or some soft ass shit. But don't do like, and I like Kanye. I like what he did with that remix though. Like as far as switching the beat up.
Yeah.
I definitely like that. The bars were subpar. It had its moments. I'll say that. I won't say subpar. But it had its moments. But yeah, Kanye could have just like redid the beat and just like talk Kanye shit on there. Like, be Kanye. Yeah, definitely. You only prove Chris' point. Like, yeah, it definitely did. It did. It's the whole weakest link move. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No one ever really spoke on Quavo being like a really good rapper. They spoke on Takeoff rapping and his creativity.
Mm-hmm.
They spoke about Offset being like the sleeper of the group. Like he be spitting, and Quavo was just shit.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Ooh, don't get me wrong, but to people that really rock with the Migos, like I wasn't like shit, the Migos just dropped. Let me go play this shit. Like I definitely got music I listen to. I rock with them, but no, I wasn't like a super fan or anything like that. But yeah, I've never heard anything like, oh, Quavo was like this grand member of, Migos. But hopefully he come back. Hopefully they all keep it on wax and all that, man, and just have fun with it. You know what I'm saying? And just have fun with it.
Man, who you get a warning? Oh, you must got a warning from Facebook. We ain't giving no warnings out here, man. This what bars and buckets do, baby. We just gonna talk candid, man. Yeah, it must be on Facebook. They got the warning. It ain't on here.
Would y'all say though that between the Like That with Future and K-Dot, the Like That with Kanye, and the Drake's Push Up, who had the best one out of those three? Who had the best verse? The best song out of them three?
The Push-Ups is the best one so far.
Thank you.
Push-Ups is, Push-Ups. Whoever wrote that shit did a great job.
Okay, now we didn't need that one though. We didn't need that. You were doing fine, man. You ain't got to put that last part in there.
Oh man, that nigga's a ventriloquist dummy, G. Like, like nigga's a ventriloquist dummy, man. Somebody got their hand up his ass telling him what to say.
That's terrible.
Well, dude, Drake is cool. Like, he cool, man, but like, he ain't like this shit. He did. Let's see. What was the name of that? Drake Push-Ups.
You got to go to war for this forever, brother.
That's terrible, man. A whole new season, and we still doing Drake slander. That's crazy.
I'm just consistent, bro. Oh man. So on the writing credits of the song, yeah, you want to know who's all involved? Songwriters, we have Aubrey Graham, Matthew Samuels, and Noel Catastray. So we have three people that are songwriters on here. Three. Would you care to address that, Reginald?
We don't know who wrote what, but we know that Drake was a part of writing some of that, if not all of it. So, all right. And I'm telling you, Joe, you keep on going. Drake see all this shit, okay? He see all this. So if you come up in the diss, don't say,
you best believe You come up in the diss.
I
I'm
might
gonna be
not.
getting some financial.
I bet not. I probably can't rap a response. Oh, I'll get on live and cook his ass. Oh, we can go bar for bar. I got 100 jokes. We can do it. We can do it. And I don't know when to stop. I don't know when to stop.
So,
Okay.
and while you at it, go ahead and send me my royalties too.
Right.
Man, Joe, because
Pay me, nigga.
there you go, shit. Because Drake, I just like how he just throwing little shots at everybody. He could throw shots at about 6, 7 people in one song, just subliminal blast, bang, bang, bang. I don't know where that came from. Bang. Oh, he just, man, y'all put some respect on the 6, man.
Y'all got.
I will when it's just his name in the credits.
Oh man, y'all got any new albums, man? Any new music for the people they need to check out and listen to?
Man, Benny the Butcher, everybody can't go. That shit, man. Benny the Butcher, everybody can't go.
Benny the Butcher.
Yeah, man. Benny the Butcher.
Okay.
Everybody can't go. That's what I've been listening to. Actually, I know Joyner. No, it wasn't Joyner. Who else dropped? Somebody dropped. I ain't been able to listen to yet. But Benny the Butcher.
Gotcha.
Also,
and when Kanye supposed to drop soon, right?
Yeah, let's say soon. But also, everybody listen to Might Delete Later. That shit happened.
Damn, you gonna do that? Come on, man.
But everybody listen to that. Outside of the 7-minute drill,
Right.
Might Delete Later has some good music.
I might say I have some good songs on there.
Yeah, I said it had, but I mean the nigga actually like did the shit. Like Might Delete Later, like he did.
Yeah.
Like it was just a cool caption.
Yeah,
like
definitely deleted one. Definitely turned it into a truth.
Yeah, so yeah, man. Benny the Butcher, man. Everybody can't go.
All right.
Benny the Butcher, everybody can't go, and then J. Cole's Might Delete Later.
Yeah,
for sure.
Listen to this shit before you delete it, though.
might be more songs in the delete category.
Right.
That shit hurt my feelings, man.
Yeah, I get it. I understood what he said though when he was at a concert and why he said his reasoning was, if something feels bad in your spirit, then you just got to follow that, man. And we know the type of rapper he is, and he not for that back and forth battle beef stuff, especially with somebody like Kendrick who he look up to. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I understood what he said. He's like, yo, my life is blessed. I'm happy. It's like I don't got time to be doing stuff like this when I don't feel it in my spirit. So, hey, man, I feel you, Cole. I got you, bro.
Was angry enough to sit down and write this shit, or think about it long enough, find a beat, rap this shit, nigga, stand on business. I said it. I said it, bro. I could. He could have Nas that shit. Nas ain't taking Ether down.
Nah.
Nas not taking that shit down. Jay ain't taking Takeover down. None of that shit, man. Leave it up. You can say, hey, man, I was just I just felt that way that day. I just need to respond out of competitiveness, but that ain't the energy I'm gonna keep sending out there. I said what I had to say. Now I'm about to work on something else. Yeah, they supposed to be working on like a album together. They supposed to be working on an album together. It was like a tweet that J. Cole had maybe like a year, maybe 2 years ago. That said like when he was talking about retiring, he like, I ain't gonna retire until me and him do this album.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it'd be hard to dish your homie, but shit, you don't think comedians sit back and roast shit? Sit back and roast each other?
Yeah. I get it. I just understand. I look, you would never hear me, like I say, it's there's three people you would never hear me throw dirt on their name. Okay, there's Drake, there's J. Cole, and there's Mitchell Trubisky. Okay, now those three, I will never throw dirt on their name on Bars and Buckets. Now I don't know about nobody else.
The NFL defensive threw enough dirt. Dragging his head. That nigga like he got jumped every fucking down.
Whatever, man.
That nigga was like, which one of y'all kicked me?
Which one of y'all kicked me?
Whatever, man. Shout out to Mitch, man. We still rolling with you, Mitch.
Man, Mitch, you about to be in the white jersey again, brother. Woo, you about to be dirty. On the sideline.
He's gonna be the cleanest nigga out there. I think like Gatorade stains.
Man, disrespect.
He like Gatorade stains, man. Fuck out of here.
All right. We're gonna see. But yeah, so
that is the official tablet holder.
Hey, injuries can happen. You see how injuries happen all the time in the NFL, so he might just,
That's terrible. I seen your heroes in MLK.
That's funny as hell.
Not Chingy though.
Hey man, shout out to Chingy, man. Chingy had a good run, Joe.
Oh man.
Shout out to Chingy, man.
Had a good run, man. Don't do that.
Shout out to Chingy, man.
Oh shit.
All right, man. I ain't about to keep taking all this slander, man. So what else y'all got, man?
That's it, man. Wrap us up, brother.
All right, look, we're so glad to be back, man. Even though you see some things they never change. Maybe this season we're gonna get some love for Drake and Mitchell Trubisky, and we ain't gonna stop. We gonna call this man LeBron instead of dude. Maybe it'll be different this year. Maybe this season's gonna be different. But overall, we're so glad y'all back, man. We got a lot to talk about with the NBA. Playoffs is going on. Then we got the NBA draft, free agency. So we got a whole summer full of NBA talk for you guys. Then, it's the draft is tomorrow, man. 3 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, NFL draft. We're going to see what Caleb Williams do with the Chicago Bears and everything, man. So with that being said, we're glad with that. And then, of course, Bars and Buckets, any type of bars and all y'all want to listen to, man, we're going to play it. Overall, it's so good to be back with the bros, man. Bros, y'all good?
Yes, sir, man. As always, man, like bro said, man, it's damn good to be back, man. Life grabs a hold of the best of us, man, and getting back into the rhythm of things and trying to balance this thing out, man. But we certainly missed y'all. And it's good to be back tonight, man. As always, make sure y'all click, share, subscribe to Bars and Buckets on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Again, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Bars and Buckets. Join the Bars and Buckets crew on Facebook, our group. This was bro was referring to earlier, man. We keep that group popping with different things, from music and diss tracks and sports updates. But as always, jumping, man. A shout out to Blake, who's chimed in with us tonight, man. He's a avid poster. He's an avid poster in the group. All right. Shout out to James, who checked in with us tonight. Also an avid member, and Emerson that checked in. So, we got our crew, man. We just continuing to build. Like bro said, man, if y'all got any topics, right? Anything you want us to talk about while we here on the show, got some music we want us to air, man, email us barsandbuckets2022@gmail.com. Again, barsandbuckets2022@gmail.com, man. And of course, on the screen you see our handles on our different websites. So on IG you can find me at Urban Gentleman 85, TikTok Principal AD, and on Facebook Adrian Dury MAED.
All right, man. Definitely good to be back. Shit. Good getting the rust off a little bit, man. Like I said, there's an outlet for all of us. There's gonna be an outlet for me. Just work and school stuff going. But yeah, please follow us. Tell your mama, your daddy, your side chick, whoever, man. Like, subscribe, like, share, follow. Tell your baby daddy's brothers, uncle, cousin, nephew to watch us, man. We got a lot in store, man.
So good to be back, man. Of course, Reggie Move Forward on Facebook. Always doing something in media. We're always good to link with the bros. Well, I'm telling y'all, man, 1 week we're gonna do a collab. I'm gonna get the bros on a nightcap with me on Tuesday night, man, because those nightcappers is wild over there. Support District Radio, so we're gonna get the bros on there with us, and then I'm pretty sure when we do that show after the nightcap, there's gonna be a lot to be said about what those comments is gonna be talking about over there. Okay. So I'm looking forward to getting some my guys back in the saddle, and we're gonna be out in the field too. Summertime is coming, so we're gonna be outside doing events and mixing and mingling. We always gonna be somewhere getting drunk, especially me. So I'm just looking forward to a good summer of NBA talk, bars talk, bros talk, cigars. Let's get back to it, man. So look, with that being said, man, we just getting started. We're gonna see y'all next week.
Yes, sir.
Balls and buckets.
We out.